Is this thing on?
Welcome back to another episode of Spooled Life Live. I'm your host, Ram Garcia, and we are in the beautiful Roy's Bait and Tackle studio in Corpus Christi, Texas. And what a beautiful weekend. What a beautiful weekend it has been. We got all the Roy staff here ready to rock and roll to help you with anything you need. We're up here on the fly section. If you're just visiting Corpus, cruising into Corpus to watch the show, you want to watch it live, we're up here. We got Carbach. If you're in the you got into some trouble as a younger angler, we got NAs here, right? We've dude, I guarantee you the stock on NAs just with this show, we've bumped it up a little bit because we've been having to bring in a whole bunch of NAs this year, and that's okay, right? I get that. I always see the Adam Peña's in the house, Captain Estringel,
Oh boy, awesome.
Estringel, Captain Oscar,
Yeah,
right?
Captain Oscar.
That's easy. That's a little bit easier, right?
Yeah.
Abrigo's in the house, right? Guys, got a hell of a show. But first, we want to send the prayers out to the I'm not sure if he's still missing, right? I don't want to say the wrong thing because it's a real, especially for the family. You know, it's a big deal. I'd hate to be in that situation to where you're missing a family member and you just have no idea what's happening, right?
Yeah,
and
it's hard.
Everybody on social media is talking about it, right? That's hard, dude. You know,
Yeah.
Sending the prayers out to them, whether he's found or they're still looking for him. Man, I hope to God that they find that guy, and if they find him, you know, as long as they bring him back to the family, right? That's a big deal.
The worst is not knowing.
I see a lot of posts that wear your life jacket. Wear your life jacket this if you want to live. Wear your life jacket this if you want to stay alive. Sometimes wearing the life jacket just brings you back to your family.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's not about just staying alive. Of course, that's the goal, right? We wear that to be above the water, get our heads above the water in an emergency. But sometimes it's just to bring your body back to the family to get that closure, right? Prayers for them. I hope it turns out well, right? Houston, we have a problem, guys. For the Houston viewers, guys, if it was me, and you know, here at Spool Life Live, we do whatever the heck we want, right? If it was me, the last storm that went through there, or the last hurricane, the first thing I would have gone and bought was a damn generator. I mean, guys, the power's going to go out. A hurricane comes, whether it be Category 1, Category 5, Category 8, Category 10, your power's going to go out. Man, a little bit of wind in my location where I live, the power's going out. That made us go get a generator. I can guarantee you, if a hurricane Category 1 comes through, I'll be out of power for a day. And then the generator's coming alive. Guys, it's not the linemen's fault, right? Why the power hasn't came on. They're trying their hardest. Don't go throwing shit at the trucks or breaking rear view mirrors off. Or guys, those guys too are away from their families. You know, they're missing their families. They want to go home. I think a couple of them guys are staying in hotels with no power. It's probably over with already. They probably have power now, but
maybe there's probably still some people.
Yeah, right. I mean,
it was a bad storm.
It's not their fault.
It came on shore stronger than was predicted.
If maybe it's the company's fault.
Nah.
No,
I don't know.
We got to put the blame on somebody.
That's what humans do.
Beryl? Put the blame on Beryl?
Yeah, you just put it on Beryl. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Right. You know? Guys, if y'all are drinking Carbach, go get one from the refrigerator. This one's for all the linemen out there. Cheers to you all. And cheers for all of Houston that are going through some tough times. Everybody else.
That's really what it is. It's stuff that we have to go through living on the coast. It's part of coastal living.
right? So
We don't
Tobin is
miss it on
drinking some
anything.
NAs.
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk about this one since he grabbed the one up there that we're not supposed to touch ever, right? 12 fluid ounces. Just because you're taking it easy doesn't mean you can't have a good time. With free and easy, there's no invitation required, and everyone's invited. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the bursting hop aromas of orange zest, grapefruit, and citrus while taking in the smooth sweetness and balanced bitterness of this delicious non-alcoholic IPA.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it.
Guys, we always see I haven't been drinking for 36 months, right? Or we haven't been drinking alcohol free for 12 months, 13 days. I'm a fan of that.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like that.
I know some people. I've got some real
drink
close
responsibly,
friends.
right? If you do
Yeah.
drink, a lot of people that maybe they've gotten into some trouble, right? Maybe they're trying to protect their marriage.
Okay.
It's not always the DWI that gets you. You know what I mean? It's the coming back homes at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning,
Or 6 p.m. after partying on stuff.
the breaking of the windows.
Just be responsible.
Yeah, drink responsible,
Yeah.
guys. Just because it's Sunday and Spooled Life Live is on, that doesn't mean go open the refrigerator and drink every single carbach you have in the refrigerator.
But have one.
Right?
Okay.
Cheers to you all. I can guarantee you that I'm going to drink all of these three I have right here. Jonathan Hernandez in the house. Ryan Aguita. My homie Ernest Abrego in the house as well. Here we go. Guys, y'all are tuning in. On the way up here, I seen a dude on one of those motorized unicycle kind of things, right? I went through all of Corpus Christi to find some NAs. And on the way over there, I seen this dude on a unicycle, motorized, getting after it on the sidewalk. Pretty cool.
Awesome.
It'd be tough to put like some rod holders on that thing, but it's doable. Might be able to pull a trailer, a little small trailer with a new canoe kayak in the back.
Everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere, guys. Speaking of starting somewhere, this is part 2 of the Tobin Strickland hour, right? My main man, Tobin Strickland's back. We're ready to party. A little recap on part 1, right? You can go check it out on YouTube. There is an echo. All right, I know, guys. I've heard it about 30 times. There is an echo on that show. We were low budget, right? Now we're super high budget, right? We're right there next to the Selena statue. We're not going to treat you like A.B. Quintanilla, you know, how he was over there in San Antonio, but we are here live at Roy's Bait and Tackle Corpus Christi. We're going to bring you in here with open arms. We got Joe Alcala in the house to help you with all your kayak needs. I'm here to help you with all your kayak needs, right? A true kayaker at heart, you know? If you need help with the Olakai sandals, if you need help with the Aftco sportwear, we're here to help you out. If you need help with your favorite color of lure, I'm here to help you out as well. What do you got on? Oh my God. Hey.
My 2 favorite sandals. I'm about to smack.
Right? I haven't seen that since I was like 10 years old.
My 2 favorite sandals are the Olakai.
Really?
They fit good.
Yeah.
And they last a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
How long have you had those?
Like 2 years.
Man, you see? That's all. I feel like if you get a good year, you're good.
Yeah.
Right? Don't fall off that stool, man. Please, bro. Don't stop. Don't fall off the stool. We're gonna put a selfie of the stool. My main man Tobin here. Well, thank you so much for cruising on back in, man. Hey, it's been a year, I think.
Time flies.
Or maybe more than a year.
More.
It was a hell of a show. A little recap on the show,
Yeah.
right? We talked about the trout support lures,
Yep.
right? Let's show one of them.
Stalker. Stalker.
Trout support lures, the grass walker, right? We're going to be giving away some of that. We're going to be giving away a cap
Mm-hmm.
to our favorite trout support users already.
Yeah.
For the guys that are trout support users, put a fish emoji comment in the comments. Later on tonight, we're going to pick one and we're going to send you a trout support cap. It's the last one
It's the last one.
of its kind.
That's right. I need to order some more.
And we want some content, guys. We're not giving away this stuff for free. There's nothing free in this world, right? We want to see your pictures. We want to see you using these things. We don't want you just to win. Oh my God, I won, and leave it in the garage, right? We want to see some content. We want to see you out in the water. We want to see those big ass speckled trout you catch and redfish, right?
Yeah.
These will catch redfish.
Oh, 100%. Reds love them more than trout do.
Want to see it, right? We got our first fishy emoji.
All right.
Captain Oscar.
All right.
On point, right?
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
You know, Ram, I've been fishing my whole life. There's pictures of me sitting on top of a shrimp boat when I was a baby in diapers, holding a Snoopy pole.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was back in Louisiana. My parents were Cajuns and Mississippi band, a Louisiana.
Oh, so you
woman.
were born in
I
Louisiana.
was born in Louisiana.
Man, you're full-blown crawfish,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, corn ice, the Cajun.
Oh, wow. There you go.
French Acadians and all that stuff, man. And I've been fishing my whole life, dude. I've loved it. And I was a really good bass fisherman, even all through high school. I mean, every day, if it wasn't baseball practice, dude, I was running down to the golf course ponds, catching bass,
Oh, yeah.
having a time, and probably even had my share of school trouble because I was fishing so
Oh,
much.
yeah. Like skipping school.
No, not skipping
Oh.
school, but like, not studying and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that because I was hitting the ponds in the
So you were
afternoon.
AB honor roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right. That's okay.
yeah. That's all right.
Man, I'm going to stop you real quick one more time. We've been getting a lot of comments that we're going to do a school supply drive again.
Oh,
We did one last year.
supply drip.
It was a success, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm too late. My little one starts school later than the rest, if that makes any sense. It's a private school. They start a little late or early, one of the two. I'm not sure when regular school starts, and that's where we usually send it off to, the regular school. The worst thing you could do, man, or the worst thing that could happen is a student show up without the proper supplies. That sucks, right? We try to fix that. Of course, we can't help everybody, right? We try to help a school out. Slide into my DMs if you're willing to help out with that. Right? We had a pretty good turnout last year with the support on the show, and I want to try to do it again. I just hope I'm not too late.
No,
Right.
I think we got time.
Yeah,
we
I
got
think we had the hurricane, we had a barrel, we had Alberto come through. It's kind of, put a dent on everything. If it put a dent on us starting a school supply drive, I can guarantee you it put a dent on the people getting the school supplies for their kids, right? But yeah, so slide into my DMs. I'd like to get that kicked off here pretty quick. Send it off to a school in need. I got a couple in mind already. If their support is not there, then Spool Life Live will cover it.
I'll help.
You know what I mean? Yeah, let's make that work. I'll probably put a post out, but slide into my DMs. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh,
You already know what happens
that's all
after
good.
my first car box, right?
Ram's a cheap date. Ram's a cheap date.
Right.
So I was a really good bass fisherman, even up through high school and going to college at Texas A&M. I mean, I was catching 8 and 10 pounders at Gibbons
So
Creek.
you're already in Texas.
I'm already in Texas.
What
high
brought you to
school.
Texas?
My dad actually worked for the oil and gas
Okay.
industry. And we went all over the world early on, but then ended up in Texas. Because, Houston area is huge.
Oh, yeah. It used to be, probably when you were a younger kid, that's when it was booming, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not that it's not booming now, but
it's a staple of the economy over there.
right.
Stable.
And they want to get rid of it. They want to go all electric.
Yeah. I mean, all that stuff's built with oil and gas too, but at the
You got
same
an
time,
electric car?
no, but Teslas are badass. I mean, they're fast
I like
cars.
Tesla.
They're fast cars. I'll
Yeah,
tell
they
you.
are pretty fast,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Good old
It-
uh,
They'll throw you back
Mr.
in the
Musk
seat.
out there.
They'll throw you back in the seat. But we're here to talk about fishing. Right?
There's a Tesla refinery coming to Robstown.
Oh,
I want to call it a refinery. It's not a refinery, right?
no. But,
Facility.
facility.
Yeah, there you go. Because I don't think they're refining anything.
No, but I don't know. Let's get back to fishing. Right?
Yeah. I wonder if he fishes.
I don't know. He's got that facility down in South Texas off of South Bay, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That apparently he's ruining. Is he ruining it?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
I think a lot of people don't like that.
I mean, ruining South Bay or?
Yeah, just the land out there.
Don't know. Haven't been on the facility. I mean, I can see it from South Bay. I caught a snook while watching them do rocket tests the other day.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Did he have 2 lines on him instead of 1?
couldn't see that far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, back to Tobin Strickland hour.
So so I was a real good bass fisherman. And then my very, very first speckled trout trip was actually with my brother. And we went to the jetties, and this was like 1987, my senior year in high school. And
You had never caught a saltwater fish or
never
never
caught
caught
a
a speckled trout?
had never caught, I'm pretty sure it might have been my first saltwater fish.
Oh, wow.
And went to the jetties with my brother because we were like, let's do something new, and we didn't know anything about saltwater, even though we were really good anglers already, fishing plastic worms, jigs, flip and pitch, and all that stuff. And we got our butts handed to us, except I caught my first one. I ended up throwing a cast net to catch, and I caught some glass minnows in the cast net and put one on the hook. It died, so it wasn't even live anymore. And I started just working it like a worm up the rocks and finally caught a trout. And something about that trout just was like, dude, this is cool, man. This is different because they're feisty. And it wasn't a big one, dude. It was a little 16 inch.
It was enough to get the blood.
I was like, ooh, hey, this is something different. And plus being around the salt air and all that kind of stuff. And then so fast forwards a little bit after college. I've still freshwater fished a lot through college, bass fishing. Gibbons Creek was right there next to Texas A&M University, like 30 miles away, and spent a lot of time on the lake.
Yeah, you went from AB honor roll in high school to AB honor roll in college.
When I was in engineering technology, that's when I struggled a good bit. But bass fishing in the outdoors is what had me switch my degree. I was like,
oh, really?
I just love the outdoors. I love hunting and fishing just so stinking much. I need to study something that I can use for that.
Yeah.
And that's when I switched over to the ecology program. And, that's when I went from the B stuff to A's and actually did make the honor.
Oh, yeah, because it was something you like.
Because it's something you love. That's a note for kids, looking for something they want to do the rest of their life. Like,
right.
Pick something you love. It's going to be easier to study, easier to learn. Even if you go to a trade or vocational school, it's a lot more interesting to you.
They say once you start doing what you love, it becomes a job, and then you don't love it anymore.
There is a big factor of that. I mean, even with trout support, I love everything I do. I love everything that I've made and all of that. But at the end of the day, you're still working and you're helping people. You're
serving this people. Is what you do.
This is what I do.
You're a captain.
No, not a captain.
Not a captain either.
Nope, not a captain.
But you're a lure maker.
Lure inventor. I side scanned reefs in Galveston Bay, and I've actually done that for Parte and Corpus Christi.
What is that called?
That's called Reef Recon.
Reef Recon. We talked about it in part 1. I want to jump into that a little bit right now. What is reef? I buy a boat.
Yep.
I buy a boat, and the first thing I ask the guy when I walk into the Mamba place, right? It's almost like you can't talk about any other kind of boats anymore because everybody wants a Mamba or a
SCB.
Ibis.
Oh, an Ibis.
Yeah, there you go. Right? Or an Ibis. The first thing I would ask is how shallow can I get? Right?
Yeah.
Not even price. I don't even look at the price. I want to say, how shallow can I get? And I want to say that is with everything. If you come in at Roy's Bait and Tackle and you ask for a kayak, you're going to ask, how shallow can I get? Right? the Reef Recon.
Yeah.
What does that tell me once I plug it in?
Yeah, so it's got all the different reefs and set at different heights. So it's got all the dangerous shallow reefs that you could run over and scratch that gel coat and give it oyster rash.
Right.
Those are all red, dude. So it's pretty easy, you know.
So
it makes
stay
it
away from it, or
stay away from it as far as running on plane, you know.
right.
Now the whole thing is that's great redfish habitat. So now in one map you've got both the best redfish oyster habitat, and you've got areas like, okay, don't run over that.
Yeah.
Because it spells it out and it's really easy and it's right there on top of your GPS map.
Where can we see like a screenshot of what this thing looks like?
On my website,
Okay.
under just look under
Troutsupport.com.
That's right. Look under Oyster Reef Overlay on Trout Support.
This is almost like what you need. I mean, if you break down, of course, we call Cito Corpus Christi, right? But
this keeps you from calling Cito.
Yeah.
The guys in Galveston love it. And it's one of those deals where guides are telling other guides to get it.
How many areas is it?
It's all of Galveston. So I haven't finished the Corpus one yet, but it covers everything in Galveston.
The Corpus is in the works.
Corpus is in the works.
And this is all of Corpus.
Corpus, Aransas, Nueces, Copano,
Baffin,
St. Charles. No, I'll have to do a separate project around.
Okay. Yeah. So there's going to be one just called Baffin Bay.
It'll be probably like a later upgrade.
A lot of people call like Alizon Baffin Bay.
Right.
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 I hate it when that happens. But this isn't about them, right? Baffin Bay is Baffin Bay. Right?
Baffin Bay is Baffin.
So when you say you're going to do Baffin Bay, is it Baffin Bay or is Alizon included in there?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's rocks in Alizon, dude.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I was on
all that area back there is filled with rocks.
I was on a forum a long time ago, and some guy goes, "Man, there ain't no rocks in Alizon." I was like, "Oh yeah, you just drive down through there with your lower unit, you'll find."
Oh yeah, yeah. If you enter Alizon, you probably went over some of the biggest rocks.
Some of them
in Alizon.
Yeah,
yeah. A lot of good deer hunting in Alizon too.
Man, fishing Baffin's a hoot, dude. Just sitting there fishing a shoreline, waiting for big trout, and you've got a 10-point buck.
Oh yeah,
on the
a nail guy.
A nail guy, yeah. Listening to quail and coyotes.
Do you think there's any mountain lion over there?
There could be. You know, there's been mountain lion sighted as far south as San Antonio and even further south. You know, so
I wonder if anybody has seen like a jaguar.
Ask Captain Oscar. Captain Oscar's a hell of an outdoorsman.
Oh yeah,
the guy.
That dude's both. He's hunter and fisherman.
Yeah, he guides deer, bucks.
Yeah,
you know, catches rattlesnakes and everything.
Oh yeah, dude. I have a my UPS driver gave me a rattlesnake skin shed. What do you call that? Rattlesnake shed?
Well, it depends if you kill it or.
Oh, that's right.
Just,
yeah, it couldn't be a shed because it'd be all clear.
Right.
Yeah. So it was definitely dead.
Yeah.
A skin, a rattlesnake skin. There you go. And I was supposed to make it a fishing rod, into a fishing rod.
Oh, cool. They're making some cool grips.
Yeah,
those
dude.
things.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, those are sick. Dude.
Yeah, dude, it's expensive, I'm sure. But a lot of the guys that I've noticed will use like a replica sticker, kind of rattlesnakey lookalike. I wanted mine to be
authentic.
Yeah, like if you grab a pair of rattlesnake boots, like you could feel. That's the way I want this fishing rod. Not necessarily to use it, but like a conversation piece over my bar
that would hang
at the
up on
house.
the mantle. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like some people have like a replica rooster at their bar. I want to have like a fishing rod of a rattlesnake over my bar. You know what I mean? Hey guys, this isn't the Ram Garcia, right? Man, so Reef Recon, right? Is it like a disc you just put into your plotter?
It's currently a digital file that you import into the unit, and then it shows up on top of whatever base map you use, whether that's standard mapping
or
cool, or Navionics.
So you don't need to buy.
You'd need a base map.
Two things. Okay.
Yeah, you need a base map. You know, we're working towards the future of having that all integrated together.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So instead of going through Navionics,
Yep.
you're gonna go through Reef Recon.
Yep.
And you're going to have zoom in and zoom out options. Yeah. You're going to have zoom in over here, what the
It'll
weather
be
is over
everything.
here,
Everything will be
coming
on
through the
there. And
weather and all that.
the cool thing about Reef Recon is like right now on the deep summer pattern, we have all these Galveston guys that kill it on deep reefs over in Galveston, but in Corpus, nobody knows about that stuff, and they don't even know where those reefs are.
Yeah,
But that's a
in
pattern.
Galveston
Well,
or in
no,
Corpus.
in Corpus, nobody knows where they are. There's a handful of guys that fish some well pad reefs. These are reefs that came up because they dumped oyster shell on the bottom around these oil wells in Corpus Christi Bay. But there's a lot more reefs than that out there in Corpus Christi Bay. And during the summertime, during the heat of the summertime, because the tide's lower, we're starting to get to that summertime low tide period. Man, a lot of those bigger trout are just offshore, just out there, and people aren't even around them.
Yeah.
Everybody else is wading the potholes.
You mentioned
flats.
Corpus Christi Bay. There's a lot of dredging going on over there right now.
Yep.
What are they doing that for?
Expansion of the ship channel.
Is that what they're doing?
Get bigger ships.
They got to put that stuff somewhere, so they're dumping it all back there.
Yeah.
And ruining some reefs.
Probably not. They have to do a study in order to make sure that they're not going to dump it on top of a reef. But also that old dredge spoil, after the sediment gets washed out of it, there's pebbles and rocks and other hard stuff that later can turn into oyster, because oyster needs something hard to land on to then grow.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually some of that can turn into oyster reefs, the spoil that's dumped. But those big spoil containment areas, no, they're just big sand piles.
So do you potentially bring in bad stuff doing this dredging?
Not so much
where it
bring in
would
bad
kill a reef?
stuff. One of the challenges along the oyster lines is all this dredging. You do stir up the water a lot, and you get a lot of the fine particulate runoff. Well, the higher amounts of that clay particulate, that just dirty, turbid water that we have, it makes it harder for the tiny baby oysters to land on something, because it's got this fine layer of silt on it. They can't stick to anything, so it makes it harder for oyster reefs to continue growing.
Yeah. When you say baby oyster,
Yep.
What does one of them look like?
A couple millimeters, and they refer to them as oyster spat.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But they don't have a shell
soft.
yet.
They have a little foot. They don't really have a shell yet or anything. They're soft, and then once they attach to something, then they start filtering the water and start forming up their shells and grow that shell with calcium and stuff like that.
Oh wow. So this isn't like something that cruises into another bigger shell. They keep their shell their entire life.
That's right.
Oh wow.
Until some Cajun takes a knife and opens them up and eats them with hot sauce and crackers.
You ever seen one of them oysters that have a pearl in them?
Yeah, I found
here in Corpus.
No, not in Corpus, but I have found some black pearls inside of oysters before.
Dang, dude, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. The Reef Recon, where can we find that at?
It's only on my website, troutsupport.com. Yeah, under the oyster reef overlay.
Most of everything we're going to talk about today, and it's going to be quite extensive, right? Our conversations today. Super knowledgeable show, can be found, in case we forget. I'm about to open my second car box, and you already know how I get. In case we forget where to mention these things, troutsupport.com.
Yeah, but Roy's carries the grass walker.
Yes.
So don't forget about that.
Cruising to Roy's. You're going to slam right into the Stinky Pants Stringers. You're going to take a little bit of left. You're going to take a little left because you're just still disoriented, right? It's how fast you were running into Roy's, right? Everybody's looking at you like, what in the heck is this guy doing, right? You're going to take a right onto that aisle. They're going to be right there to your left-hand side. There's going to be 2 rows of them. I think it's the only orange packs that you could find on that aisle. Trout Support lures. Let's open one up. Let's check it out.
Okay.
How am I going to fish this thing?
I'm going to open up the red and white one because red and white's
Let me see one too.
Highly underrated. Okay.
To me, red and white, probably why you're saying it's underrated, is because it's an old school color.
It's an old school color, dude. They used to kill it, and they still do. So when I use the red and white, it's on bright sunny days, usually post front and some wind, and that water is all turbid. It's that muddy coloration, and it's a bright day. Red and white kills it on that day, dude.
Yeah.
100%, man. And so I always keep some red and white with me.
So what's the thought process when you're creating a bait like this?
Well,
Why?
one of the biggest things that I wanted to do, Ram, was give us something to do so that we could be able to actually cast something weedless and weightless. Because
So this is completely weedless and weightless.
that's right.
You don't need no jig head weight at all.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you do not. This thing has enough designed weight into it to where you can cast it without a weight. Now, some people still fish it with a weight, but they don't really need to. I cast it 100%, 99% of the time without a weight.
How far are we casting this thing?
Very long.
Right.
As long as a Super Spook Junior without a weight. Because here's the deal. I used some technology and weighted the back end just a little bit fatter so it flies true. It flies true. It also flies accurately. You know, you cast a lot of weedless rigged baits, and as soon as you get about 15 feet off the rod, they go like sideways, and you can't target them the way you want to. So
Yeah, the wind catches them.
the wind catches.
They want to flip on you, and
Yeah.
right. So the tail. Let's talk about the tail.
The tail creates a little bit of drag because when you're walking the dog, you may not know this because your Super Spook Junior has a rattle in the back of it, and that actually weighs down the back end of it and makes the front be able, which is lighter, the back end of it holds true while the front can turn. Well, it's the same thing on this guy. The back end of it, that ring tail on there, gives it enough drag on the back to where you can walk the dog with it. The other thing it does is it creates some sound and vibration, a lot like a shrimp would, as it's flipping back and forth. As it's walking the dog, it will create that vibration, and the fish can feel it. So
my main man, Chris Beardsley, is in the house, and he's a true trout support fan.
Awesome.
I guarantee you he's put the fish emoji. If whoever's tuning in, put the fish emoji in the comments, and you're going to win a trout support cap later on this evening. We're going to pick one winner, right?
Yep.
One question that Beardsley has asked me in the past.
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, go ahead with Beardsley question, and I want to cover this last.
Is why we haven't created a paddle tail trout support grass walker.
That's in the works, but a big important thing to me was creating something new. There are tons of freaking paddle tails in the market, and we still have people bringing out new paddle tails, which is great.
Right.
I mean, perfect something till you can't anymore. But I wanted to create something new. So a paddle tail could be in the works, but it's going to take a while. My main focus right now is building the new reef.
You're not going to find this mold on eBay.
Nope.
Right.
Correct.
You're not going to find this mold.
It's actually got a design patent for
at the Trade Center.
Correct. It's 100% unique.
You're not going to find this mold at the Sunrise Mall.
Nope.
Right. This is the only one of its kind.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
How am I going to fish this thing?
You can fish it anywhere from just like you're fishing a regular jig head. Just, kind of bring it up in that long sweep and then a couple pops at the top because it'll, slowly move forward and then walk the dog a little bit. And then just keep a tight line as it's drifting back down and you're reeling that slack back up. You can do that. That's probably the easiest way. Just work it just like you're fishing a jig head. Or the other way, work it like you're fishing a Super Spook Junior. Just walk the dog, pause, walk the dog, pause. And they knock the fire out of it both ways, man.
Right.
Yeah.
5/0
BKK. So I've done a lot of tests with hooks, and I need to make sure that Roy's is carrying this. We need to get them to.
We got those. We have them on the shelf. Yeah.
Okay, good. The BKK Titan Rider has the best hookup ratio that I've found.
Let's hook one on there.
Okay.
So this, when you say you work it like a
Spook Junior,
yeah, you mentioned a pause in there.
Yeah.
Right. You don't throw it and then walk the dog till it comes to you.
You can. I mean, I've had redfish smoke it just like that. But one of the things early on is a lot of people thought it was a topwater because the video I showed it with real clear water, and they thought it was on the surface, but it was actually about 6 inches underneath the surface, and it will walk below all that grass. It sinks slowly. It sinks very slowly.
It's almost like a fat boy.
A lot of people say this is the love child between a bass assassin and a corky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like to use the owner twist locks, the owner centering pin twist locks with these hooks.
I like those too, man. Those are fail proof, especially with the centering pin.
That's right. And I'll actually take off the BKK keeper and I'll use the owner centering pin twist lock on there. So the cool thing about these Titan Riders is they come with a little silicone O-ring of sorts. I don't know how well you can see that.
Yeah, we could see it. Because if you stay still,
Yeah.
we could see it.
Okay. So rigging it is, obviously you push the hook up into the slot.
And I like that it has that hook belly. What do you call that?
Hook slot.
Hook slot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you don't want to have a hook slot on top. I'll tell you why in a second. But anyways, put it in through straight. Now here's what we used to say originally was to skin the point.
Right.
To bring up that plastic over the point. Don't do that.
Oh.
Don't do that.
What?
that was early on because that's how we Texas rig a lot of soft plastics. Because in saltwater you need to take out any instance of fouling or anything like that. And a lot of times if you skin the point on these soft plastic baits, the hook will just go further into the plastic and you won't get into the mouth. So that little silicone O-ring that I showed you a second ago, you want that to be pushed right up against the back inside the hook slot. And that is what's going to hold the bait up to the back of the hook. And that's all you need. That's enough to where you're not going to get grassed up.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get any kind of bite at all, you've got that hook point ready to go into the side. And we've been catching trout and redfish this spring using this hook. And the hook point is out the cheek. I mean, it is a big, big bite on these hooks. And it's getting a really solid bite. It's not skin hooking a lot of fish. So.
On some of your YouTube videos, you're bending the hook with pliers.
Don't have to do that with this hook.
Okay.
Super cool.
It's ready to go out of the package.
Out of the package. Yep, 100%. If I would have designed a hook, it would have been just like this thing.
And that's the let me see that.
The BKK Titan Rider.
BKK Titan Rider 5/0. Yep. Well, these are 4.
Those are 4. You could use 4s or 5s.
5s are better or 4s are better?
That's going to be preference for each person, I think. I like the 5.
These are completely weightless.
Yep.
Right, and these are super slide.
Yeah, I've been testing that, and I don't think there's a whole lot of benefit with the super slide. When you power a hook set, you're gonna bring a hook past that point of friction anyways. It just so happened that they put the super slide on the better design, but that hook has the point of the Gamakatsu. Okay. It's got the bite of the Owner Beast. So it's got all these different combinations of things that I like.
Oh, I love the Owner Beast.
Yeah, it's a good hook too.
But you got to bend it.
It's a good hook, but you got to bend it a little bit. It probably could be used.
We have a comment here. I have to order hooks online. Would be nice for Royce to carry. Royce has these in stock.
Okay, cool.
Right.
That's awesome.
BKK
Titan
worm hook. These are in the 4/0. Right. We got these on the shelf. They're right next door to all of the popping corks, I believe. I think
correct.
We might have moved them.
Yeah, they're over by the.
Yeah, they're up there on the top waters. It's in an odd place. Yeah. But I'm sure after this show, they're gonna be right in front of the building.
These we're gonna give away some baits later, but I'm gonna throw in a couple of hooks.
Okay, cool. So the winner of we're gonna give away 2 packs of there's going to be 2 separate giveaways of 3 packs of trout support, and it's going to include some hooks there, right?
Yeah, we like to be generous. I mean,
yeah, man.
I want to see people catch fish. That's why I started this whole thing a long time ago. And it's Sunday.
It's the time of giving, man.
That's right.
Right. Cheers to all the
giving should be.
Cheers to all of the trout support fans. We got a whole bunch of fishy emojis coming through.
Good. Going back to our conversation about,
the
past, and it was after I was a really good bass fisherman and catching some 9s and 10s, and I went saltwater fishing again, and I struggled. You can be a very good angler. You can be very good at casting, setting the hook, feeling bites with worms and jigs and all that stuff. And you can come to saltwater and you can get your butt handed to you.
0.
Yeah. Big zeros, goose eggs, skunks, all that stuff.
Sunset photos.
And so I started looking into, okay, I've got this ecology degree. How's all this work? This is nothing more than a big ecosystem. What makes it work? And I started applying my ecology to that and picking apart details. And that's what makes us different than a lot of these people that just repeat science, because they're just listening to some other dude, oh, that's a good tip. Let me repeat that. And I dig into the details about it, and our timing of these forage sources are impeccable. So that's what trout support has become, is teaching all these little details, reading the water, the timing of all the different shrimp hatches and how they hatch or don't hatch. And things like, there's people that will make things up these days. And
Oh,
there's
yeah.
somebody that says it's the rain in the fall that makes the shrimp hatch. It's not actually true.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All of our shrimp crop actually hatches in the Gulf of Mexico. They spawn and hatch in the Gulf of Mexico, and then they come into our bays as little tiny larvae washed on the tide. It's not the rainfall that makes them hatch.
Yeah.
Otherwise
It's not like a full moon night.
otherwise we'd be out on a weekend like, I got to go water my shrimp hatch, man. What are you
Yeah.
going to do, Put out the sprinkler.
Right. So when you say that and we match the hatch,
Yep.
right? Tell us a little bit about that. I'm going to stop you real quick again.
Yeah.
You're the guy, when we see the post come out, even though you're the creator and owner of Trout Support, you're not only using Trout Support.
No, I use a lot of different brands, dude. I mean, this is just one tool in the toolbox.
And I like that.
Yeah, I think we should be honest about it, all the different brands we're using. And I don't think we should just be going around saying, I'm using this one lure and this is all I use.
Yeah.
Because I'm sponsored or something.
Right. I'm a pro staffer.
On Roy's benefit, Roy's has everything. So that's kind of cool thing about
everything that works.
And I use AMs. I use DSLs. I use a lot of different baits. I use custom corkies. I use stock corkies.
In what situation would you put the Trout Support grass walker away and use something else? Like, how do you know when to say, okay?
Yeah.
Or right off the bat that morning, you're like,
yeah,
I'm going to use this.
If
I'm going to use the top water.
If it's a really, really tough bite and post front sort of deal, there's nothing better than a soft plastic, meaning like a small soft plastic paddle tail, or a little jaw, something like that in that realm. Whereas, there's days when, like this spring, all I caught was fish on topwater.
Right.
So use what the fish are telling you what they want.
How do you know when to put the topwater away?
When they start missing it.
Oh, okay.
If you get two,
you see a blow up, but you don't get a hookup.
If you get 2 blow ups, put it away. Go subsurface, and if you don't get bites on subsurface, go to soft plastic.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, we used to, when we were first starting, maybe using topwater or something like that, we're like, oh, they're hitting topwater. I gotta just keep coaxing them, and you spend 2 or 3 hours trying to coax a fish to actually connect to that topwater when they just weren't quite aggressive enough for that in the very beginning. So that's what we teach people, these paradigms that match. So like, man, as soon as you miss 2 blow ups, go to subsurface or go to soft plastic.
Your favorite topwater is the Spook Junior?
No.
What's your favorite?
2 of them. One knocker.
Oh yeah.
One knocker is awesome.
I like the one knocker.
It's just great topwater. And then the other one that I've been using the last 2 years is the 6th Sense Mag Dog. However, I think 6th Sense is discontinued.
That's big though, right?
It's huge. It's a 130. It's bigger than a Super Spook.
Yeah.
But I've caught like probably 5 or 6 big trout on it this spring. And I didn't fish a whole lot of days. This spring, I moved houses from Austin down to Corpus. That whole moving deal.
You said moved houses plural because I was there on one of the moves.
That's right.
Right.
We moved into a rental house and then rammed up to move into the rental house. And then we finally got our permanent place and we had to move from the rental house into the new house. And so that, how guys, how it is when you're moving. It's just, I mean,
that's when you know where your true friends are at.
100%.
Right.
100%. And Ram showed up.
There you go. Right. When you, on some of your YouTube videos, you mention why the top water, that it creates like a slurp
side chug.
Yeah, on your retrievals.
Yeah, side chug. So one of the things that we can do to catch more fish, redfish, trout, whatever, on top waters is work it with a lot more energy. And I'm going to give some credit to a good buddy of mine, Mike Reed. He's just a friend of mine. And he works his skitter walk with just crazy amount of energy. Also, Vince Callaway works it very similarly.
What do you mean energy? Like,
Putting a lot of
okay.
rod movement, and you want that thing to be side chugging. And what side chug is when it's spinning so crisply that it makes this every time
Yeah.
it turns sideways.
So and it's not necessarily a fast retrieve.
No.
It's a hard retrieve.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's somewhere in the middle of hard, medium, hard. You don't want it like popping up out of the water like 4 feet or something
Yeah.
like that. I'm not setting the hook for every twitch or something. It's just a very controlled. It's the amount of distance that rod tip moves, and you're always wanting to slackline twitch it, which is you're twitching it right to the point where your line tightens. And it's that moment of inertia shoots down that braided line and twitches that top water. And you just want to put a lot of good energy into it, get a real good side chug. Maybe it does pop up every once in a while, but it looks alive. It looks frantic.
Yeah.
Whereas I see a lot of people, and maybe even when I was a new angler, you're just walking the dog, just kind of easy,
Yeah.
and that doesn't look like alive or frantic to a redfish.
Right.
Granted, a redfish will eat it.
What's the difference? We go on a trip.
Yeah.
You and I.
Yeah.
Which we're going to be giving away a trip. If you checked out Ram Garcia's latest Facebook post, we're going to be giving away a trip. Myself.
Yep.
The Trout Support. And one lucky viewer.
Yeah.
Right? If you call us the day before and you say, guys, I've already went and checked out the area we're going to be fishing, and we're going to want to be throwing a topwater, right? Of course, everybody's going to show up with Trout Support, right? But you make the call and say, go to Roy's and get you a topwater, right? You say topwater,
Yeah.
Right? Your favorite topwater, bring it. What you're confident in. And they show up with a wake bait.
Okay.
Uh-oh, or bring it.
Ram, catching these fish is more about being in the fish than it is the bait.
Because a wake bait, you just reel in.
Yeah, you just reel it in.
I guess you could pause too.
You could 100% catch trout on them that are hitting top waters on a wig bait. But sometimes that little bit of the spitting and popping and splashing, that just makes a top water look alive.
Okay.
Now I've caught good trout on jerk baits, which would be under a wake bait. And I've caught them on that while we've been in those topwater fish.
Yeah.
Plus, we find that there's a tendency to, after the first 2 hours, they'll quit wanting to hit the topwater. You might start getting those missed strikes. That's when you want to go down to something like a wake bait or a jerk bait or a soft
Okay.
stick, So you make those decisions. It'd be completely fine, and some guys want to try, part of the fun about the whole fishing realm is just using things, testing them out, making hypotheses about them, seeing if something works better than something else. That's how we learned,
Right.
over time as we figured out what we like and don't like.
Right. How to win this fishing trip of a lifetime. It's going to come out here in a few. But first, we're going to give away 3 packs of Trout Support. Right? What are we giving away? What colors are we doing?
Let's do 2 packs of chartreuse and a pack of bone.
There you go. 2 packs of chartreuse.
This is chartreuse pearl belly, and it has been killer in Port Mansfield and Baffin. So
how many colors do you have?
I have 9 colors.
9 colors. What was the thought process? Because you can cruise into Roy's and look at some of these lure guys, and they have over 3 million colors.
Yeah, right.
Right. Why 9?
There's still a few more I'd like to make. I'll probably end up around 12. But, these fish, they feel these baits. We like to think, well, we need to find the clear water in order to catch them, because surely they're looking at them. They feel these baits. They have tons of sensors on their lateral line, and they can feel these baits coming through the water. They can feed in dirty water in the middle of the night with no moon and still be able to eat a shrimp or a menhaden that has no rattles in it, no hooks on it,
right.
It's not clicking or twitching or anything, and they can find it and eat it.
Yeah.
So colors, I like to use colors that people have requested that I make for them, their favorite colors. But I guarantee you that bone diamond will catch 99% of the fish. I mean, we were in Port Mansfield fishing some really dirty water this spring, And one of my guys that I brought with me, Travis Daffern, and he's a tremendous angler up on the Upper Coast. I believe he won the West End Angler of the Year, and he was fishing with me in
Oh, wow.
Mansfield, throwing bone diamond in dirty water. And
That one glows too, right?
that one glows
Yeah.
too. And he caught, I think, about a 7.5 pound trout on it in dirty water, bone diamond. And we've got trout in Baffin in super dirty conditions when it's getting dark. And
what are you throwing? Dark water, dark, ugly water?
Texas roach.
Texas roach.
Yeah.
Right.
But, that just helps them see it a little bit. That might happen. That might help the last few inches as they're getting close to go suck it in.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't give these fish enough credit for their ability.
Because you don't have no scent either.
Nope.
You don't need scent. Right.
No scent. Yeah. No
but you're
scent.
not going to go and spray a gallon of cool water on this thing.
No.
Right. Why? Like, why do some baits have scent?
Yeah.
Focused on scent.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of knowledge right here to my left. My left, you're right, I think.
I'm going to put this on the guy, one of the scientists that works.
And not bashing the lure guys that have sense, right? No. We're not here. Don't go hit the delete button, guys. This is just Tobin Strickland hour.
Yeah. So there's a scientist with Berkeley, and they formulated the fact that scent doesn't disperse across water very fast at all because it's not water soluble. Most of the scents we're all using are all oil soluble scents. There's a few on the market that are both and things like that. And even the oil soluble will very, very, very slowly disperse their scent across water. Not because it's mixing with water, it's different. It's through the aromatics and things like that come off of the oils and then get through the water. But it's so slow that most of these fish are just feeding out of sight, motion, feel, and they see something above them and suck it in. So I very, very rarely ever use scent. And sometimes I test it and I'm like, I'm still catching just as many not using scent.
There's a huge fan base of scents.
Yeah.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Here's the thing. If it gives you confidence, use it. But I know a lot of guys that don't use it.
Right.
Yeah.
First person to tell me what year Tobin caught his first speckled trout, or maybe possibly his first saltwater fish, is going to win 3 packs of Trout Support lures and maybe even some hooks. Right? First person. What year did Mr. Strickland catch his first speckled trout? Is going to win. 1988 is not the correct answer. Eric J. Estringel. I wonder if that's Oscar's brother.
I think this is
right. 1854?
No.
1994. We're going to let y'all think about this, right? The year that Tobin Strickland caught his first speckled trout. We got a winner. Beth, let me make sure, right? Because this internet, man, is just all over the place. Yeah. I'll get like screenshots. The viewers being like, "Hey, I want this thing. I want this thing, guys." We go off Spoiled Life Live's internet, right? So we're gonna confirm here. We have a 88, 54, 94, and an 87. 1987 is the correct answer, and Mrs. Beth Costin is the winner.
Awesome, great. All right, Beth, you're going to get 3 packs of the Grass Walker and a BKK Titan Rider hook.
Hell yeah! Slide into my DM or yours.
Yours.
Slide into mine. We'll send your address to the Trout Support shipping team, and we'll get that right to you, guys. We're already pretty much complete with the show. We're 54 minutes, but we're going to keep going. We do whatever the heck we want here, as long as we're out of here before closing time, because Joe and Cole over there will get all pissed off if we keep them over on overtime, right? The management team here is real strict about the overtime, right? So we got to be out of here at least by 6.
Yeah.
And I got to be out of here at least by 5 because we're headed to the Railroad Seafood Station.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to go get us some fish. We're going to see our kids play over there in the swing sets they have over there. I almost want to say they might even have some live music tonight on Sundays. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Right? If not, I'll jump on stage. Right, and we'll give them something to listen. Right?
The Upilums are very good.
Oh, really?
At the rail yard.
Are you talking about the one here in Corpus?
Yeah.
See, I'm talking about the one in Cal Allen, 624.
I didn't know they had
Yeah,
one.
way out 624. They got a big venue out there, man. Playground for the kids.
Oh, that's cool.
They got a stage for some bands to come in. It's a little out there, but the scenery, you could sit down outside and see a bunch of mesquite trees and oak trees,
Awesome.
and it'd be a good place to have an Easter egg hunt. How I picture it.
Okay.
Right. Man, the beginning of the outdoorsman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We spoke briefly about that, how we were going to talk about that today.
Yeah. You know, I drive over the causeway all the time, going to either launch at Clem's or Bird Island Basin or something. And I see all these guys that are fishing next to their car off the causeway or fishing on the piers. I mean, how was your very first saltwater trip? How did you guys fish?
I fished with my dad.
Okay.
Mostly. I was fortunate enough to have a dad that loved fishing, right? Of course, with age, my kayak, right? I'm a kayaker now. He's not a kayaker.
But how did your dad, I mean, did he take you bank fishing?
Yeah, we were bank fishing.
Yeah. I think that's how probably most of us start.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not many people walk right off into an SCB or something.
Oh, no, for sure.
You know?
Yeah, there's some, but
there's some.
Yeah, we did. And we were fishing off the bank off of the King Ranch, actually. You know, we were fortunate enough for that as well. We would go through the King Ranch and fish off the edge of Baffin.
Yeah.
And I could remember it so clearly. We were passing Nelgai. We were passing deer. The first thing we set up was the barbecue pit, right? And we'd cast some rods and we'd be there all night long.
Well, how do we go
and hope for
from guys,
the game warden wouldn't show up?
Like you and I started our very first trips as walk-in anglers. How do we make that progression from then to where we're at now, or some guy becomes a guide or, tournament angler? It's that progression. It's that growth.
Yeah.
What are those steps? And my second speckled trout trip was a walk-in trip. So long time ago, years and years ago. That was over 25 years ago. I was still a walk-in angler. So my heart goes out to all these guys that are just walking in. They don't know,
There's some guys that catch some damn good trout walking in too.
Absolutely. You do not need a boat or a kayak to be a very good angler, and I still have some walk-in spots in Corpus Christi that I just go walk into some days, like last summer. I don't think I'm going to go over here by Wilson's Cut and walk in and, catch a limit of redfish.
Oh, man.
It's awesome,
If you go to Wilson's Cut now, though, they're going to break into your car.
Well, the key to that is take everything out of your car the night before. There are guys that actually leave their doors unlocked.
Don't break my window. Just open the door, dude.
That's it. It's like, we don't care. And those guys don't want your car. They want, something they can pawn for $100.
Yeah. Right.
So
sucks,
take everything out of your car, leave it unlocked. I leave the consoles up and empty so they can see oh, hey, game's over, whatever. There's nothing in there. I don't, see you later.
Yeah, man.
Go to this next car.
You can't even leave your ice chest in the back.
Console.
I mean, you're taking an ice chest because you're going to keep some fish, right? Yeah. Or are you full blown release everything?
I pretty much release everything. I'm the kind of guy, man. I've gotten to the point where I have plenty of fish in the freezer. I will occasionally keep a few. Okay,
right.
That's cool. But it's I just like the tug of war, dude. It's the adventure. It's the figuring them out and how to catch them, and then catching them. And I'll keep a drum. I'll keep a couple drum or something like that.
Right. How much does an ibis cost?
I had to buy a used one, so I don't know.
$100,000 bucks.
I think 85 to 115. I mean, the boats are getting expensive.
Yeah.
I think groceries are expensive.
Trout support lures package?
Haven't changed the price at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, since they came out. Still $549.
Oh, man, that's perfect.
Yeah. So,
Right. So now we're at 100,000 because you're going to come in and buy each color. Right. My thing on keeping fish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we know I like to keep fit, right? I like to have a party. I like to have a fish
Have a little
fry,
fish fry.
right? Rob Morales was in the house this afternoon in the shop cruising around looking for some snapper whapper or snapper
Snapper.
packer or snapper whacker
Mm,
or something like that for those snappers,
okay.
those snapper fish,
Okay.
uh, offshore
Okay.
guy. And we like to get together, do a little fish fry every now and then, right?
Yeah.
I get a lot of hate mail on my Facebook, right? I immediately hit the delete button because I mean, why you want to follow me, man? If you're gonna be giving me hate on
Right.
cat, right? I mean, come on, dude,
Yeah.
right? On catching and keeping fish. There's a lot of fish that we send back, right? You can only keep
You
3
can only keep 3.
reds
My thing is
and
like
trout.
I see a lot of guys saying, why even go fishing? I only can keep 3. It's like, dude, you can catch fish till you're blue in the face till noon, you know. Yeah, you can only take 3 with you, you know. And I think eventually, as we manage this correctly, we'll see a bigger limit.
Oh, you
where-
think so?
Well, I know you're a big proponent of once it's taken away, it's always away. I hope so. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
I hope so, you know.
So my main man at the Speckled Truth.
Mr. Bush.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Is he still overseas?
Yes.
Right.
He's still overseas.
Prayers for him. Prayers for the family as well. Great dude. We had him on the show a couple of years ago. He loves them speckled trout.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we all do,
He
right?
keeps some though. He keeps some. I've been with him before where he was like, "Yeah, my wife or my kids want some fish." So he.
I mean, we're
brought some fish.
entitled to some.
Yeah.
Our not some, but our limit,
What's
right?
he say?
Keep what you want
Keep what you
and
want,
throw
or
back
throw
what you
back-
want,
That's
or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? He was a big sunset clause to where they're going to take it away. They're going to go kill a whole bunch with their gill nets, and then they're going to give it back to us.
Yep.
They really didn't give it back to us.
No.
They gave us an opportunity to keep, but they really didn't give it back.
No.
Right. I remember as a kid growing up, we could keep 10.
Yeah.
And it was
those
tough to
times.
keep 10. It was hard to catch 10. They brought it down to 5. It was tough to catch 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When it was 10, you could probably catch 5 in a heartbeat. Right. You could keep 5. Now that's 3.
Oh, there was some days that was a struggle this spring, but we have to remember that we had a huge freeze that killed a lot of fish 3 years ago.
Right.
Those we're starting to notice a lot of tiny little trout, about 12, 13 inches. Those are the fish that got spawned the summer after that big freeze.
Oh, really?
That's right. So it just takes time. It takes several years to rebuild that
Oh, yeah.
population. So I'm hoping they're doing the right things managing it, where we're throwing back these above 20s. And the reason we're doing that is because the eggs from those fish actually survive better and have a better chance of a egg going to a fingerling and that fingerling surviving and becoming a part of the ecosystem and then later spawning and that we can catch, et cetera, like that.
At what age does the trout start to spawn? Or better yet, at what length?
1 year and 13 inches.
13 inches.
Females start spawning at 13
Okay.
inches.
At what time do trout go away from structure?
At what time do trout go away from structure?
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's a
Or do
study.
they stay? Like, are
Nope.
they territorial
Nope.
fish? Or
Nope. So the same study that was the telemetry study that was done 10, 15 years ago here in the Laguna Madre, and it showed, and most people ignore this because the main thing that a lot of those were looking for in that study was how often do these fish leave, go out into the Gulf of Mexico, or how often do we have Gulf trout come in, things like that. But a big part of that study was that trout spend 50% of their time on a mud bay bottom, just out on the open mud bay bottom.
just sit in there?
Not in potholes, not in grass, not in rocks, not on oyster, just out there, mud bottom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But here's the thing is it's a needle in a freaking haystack at that point for us.
Right.
You know, we don't know where there are at that. So we we kind of have to fish structure. At least we have those that are, coming up to maybe grab a snack or get a bite or something like that, or maybe grab another carbach,
There you
up
go.
there.
Right.
And that's when we can catch them, because out on open mud bay bottom, it's just a needle in a haystack.
Do trout follow redfish?
We've seen some underneath redfish and drum.
Okay. Just snagging the.
Yeah, so what we have is the same thing with big mullet on the flats. A lot of times you would catch a lot of redfish around big mullet, and the redfish aren't feeding on the big mullet. The mullet are scaring up the small stuff like a tiny grass shrimp or a tiny baby piggy perch or something like that, and the redfish are eating that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing. Those big schools of drum are just moving across the bottom, and they're scaring up other little small stuff, and other trout are feeding on that other stuff.
Right. What are we going to do on our before we get into that? What structure is most important for trout survival?
That's a really good question. It's a really good question.
Right.
That's
When we say
perplexing.
structure,
Yeah.
right? What is structure? An old abandoned pier?
Everything. So structure to me, after years and years of doing this, is anything that gives a fish an advantage to feed.
Oh,
That could
not
even
just for protection.
not just for protection.
Okay.
Not just for feeding. Yeah, I mean it's something that gives them an advantage to feed. Something where they can either ambush from the side or below. It could be something like a fast moving water next to a slow moving water. That boundary is basically structure.
Right.
Now, some people say, well, there's also cover, like the grass is cover or a dock is cover. Some of those can be both structure and cover.
What happens when the water is 30 something degrees? Where are these trout going to
go? Some go deeper, some go shallower.
Structure?
No,
Mud.
mostly mud. And here's the thing, guys, is during that time of year, the reason why a lot of that deep mud becomes good is because it's the winter low tide period. We have lower tides and they can't be up on those structures,
Okay.
So a lot of that is tide height variable.
Right.
That's why we also catch a lot of those big trout in the wintertime, is because they can't be in a marsh drain at that time. There's no water in that marsh drain. And we talk about, well, we want to wait until, water hits 58 degrees and the big trout chew goes on.
Yeah.
Well, Chad Patrick, Colton Blackwell, Wyatt Foster, and Captain Sally Black all this week have been catching 7 and 8 pounders all summer. And the water's 92 degrees.
Right.
Why do we have to wait for it to be 58 degrees?
What's warmer, mud or grass?
Typically mud. It's a denser type material, whereas that grass, obviously, it's going to be the same temperature as the water. But at the same time, that mud has substrate underneath it. It's going to retain a little bit of that heat, but at the same time, these fish aren't picking up a whole lot of heat off that mud.
Right.
They're just down there because of depth.
What's warmer, wooden structure or metal structure?
I think at that point, it's all going to be the fact that it's in water. Water has what's called a high specific heat. It means it takes a lot of energy to change the temperature of water. So what that also means is anything in it is going to be, that temperature is going to be robbed out of that. Okay. So all that wood, concrete, steel, it's going to be just the same temperature as the water, unless you get a huge mass like a rock wall that's, south facing and getting that sun on it and warming up. And at that point, you can have a small temperature shift, something that is that massive.
Right.
Yeah.
The wintertime months are here.
Yep.
Not right now.
They'll be honest.
Guys, it's my third carbach. I might feel like it is, but it's not. So don't go get y'all's waders on and all that stuff, right?
You were painting the picture.
Right.
Wintertime is here.
My trout days are wintertime.
Yeah.
I transitioned to redfish, to trout. The tournaments come up, right? The Elite Series, right? We used to have the PRL, not anymore, right? They did away with the kayak side. It's okay, right? I transitioned to the redfish catching for tournament season, right? wintertime fishing trout, what degree do I get out there, hit the elements, full face?
Yeah.
What degree water temperature do I want to see to where I have the best opportunity to catch me a big trout?
Pay no attention to water temperature unless, as long as it's in the above 45, pay no attention to water temperature.
Really?
These fish are cold-blooded. What does that mean? It means their body temperature is the same temperature as the water. Okay. Now, there is a certain point where their enzymes, their stomach enzymes, have trouble working and digesting food, and they'll actually end up regurgitating some of their food that they've caught, fed on, like on a prefrontal situation. But look more towards the times where you've got some wind, causes a little bit of wave action, and then also get a little turbidity in the water. Those are times when it becomes more beneficial for a fish to feed. It makes it easier for them to feed. Whereas post front's tough, dude. But why is it tough? Is it because that barometer just makes them, not hungry? It's more about the conditions that fish has to face. So now post front, it's still, the water's super clear. If they go trying to sneak up on mullet, the mullet can see them and be like, dude, we see you.
Oh, yeah.
Game over. Whereas in dirty water conditions or with some wave action before front, you get that light pattern. Y'all ever see, and you're in a swimming pool, and as long as there's waves, you've got this light pattern on the bottom. Well, that's camouflage to a fish. Where if it's still, you don't have that. So it makes it easy for those mullet forage to see fish, to feel fish, because they're like, dude, we see you. Don't even try it,
Right.
Whereas if it's windy, you got that light pattern that's shifty, you got a little turbidity in the water, all of a sudden it becomes a situation where, dude, I can sneak up on your ass and I'll kill you.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. Right.
Exactly.
What
so
are we going to do
he's
on
got
this fishing trip we're giving away?
I think
And this is just a friendship trip.
yeah, this is totally just a friendship trip.
Right.
And not even a guided trip.
Yeah, you don't even got to pay for
This
anything.
is go fish. That's right.
You don't even
100%.
got to buy us lunch.
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
What are we doing?
Let's go. Let's do November, because November is a great time to fish. Now, unless you're tied
Right.
up with the deer lease or something, we'll figure it out. And
And don't think, and this is me, you could blame me on this, right? Because I do this because I do it for the viewers, right? I want this trip to be more not a fill the ice chest trip, right? I want this to be a trip of, I want y'all to learn, not necessarily from me, right? I'm just kidding, right? I want y'all to learn so you can incorporate this stuff on y'all's trips, right? What is Tobin looking for, right? What is Ram Garcia looking for? But most importantly, how can you benefit from this and pass it on, right? So don't show up with y'all's ice chests and don't expect to for this to be one of them meat hauls, or we're not going to be throwing the stringer full of fish on top of the boat, right?
Right.
What do we need to provide, and what are we going to do for this trip? Do they need to bring a PFD? Do they need to bring some fishing rods?
They need to bring their 2 favorite rods.
Okay.
We'll probably be wading it. I don't know. We'll have to see what the temperature is that
Right.
time of year when we book this out, but we could still be wet wading,
Yeah.
Late October, you can still be wet wading.
November, October.
Yeah.
November, October area, one person is going to win a trip with Mr. Spooled Life Live and Mr. Trout Support.
That's it.
Here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But first, we're going to give away 3 more packs. 3 more packs of Trout Support lures. What do they look like? To the first person, show us a Trout Support, the rigged one.
Let me pull out one.
Yeah, different color.
Yeah.
Let's put some color into this show, man. We're a show of color. First person to tell me, right? That's the chartreuse.
The chartreuse pearl belly.
Pearl belly, rigged your favorite way.
Yeah.
My favorite way is with a 5/0.
Yep.
Center point screw lock.
Yeah. With an owner.
EWG.
Yep.
Extra wide gap. Right. You could buy them here at Roy's Bait and Tackle. First person to tell me how many colors does Trout Support have in their arsenal. If you come to Roy's Bait and Tackle, how many colors are you going to see on the shelf? That is for 3 packs of trout support lures.
There'll be 2 packs of bone and a pack of red and white.
There you go. Maybe a couple hooks.
And it's
or one hook or something.
Yeah, one hook. I'll put a hook into each of those giveaways.
Right. Hell yeah.
It is grass walker season right now.
Oh, really?
One of the reasons is because we're getting a lot more lower tides and you just get a lot more grass, and there's a lot narrower window where you can work lures, and we're going to start seeing redfish backing and doing all that stuff.
I know there's a whole bunch of fishy emojis on the show right now.
Good.
But when do I want to throw the grass walker?
Anytime you got any kind of condition like floating grass, rocks, floating grass or rocks or oysters that you're having trouble getting jig heads through.
Okay, you throw a jig head, you get hung up. Guess what? The grass walker.
That's it, man. That's what, it's really solidified me this trip in Matagorda. And I had this one particular cove, and we're talking towhead oysters. Those are oyster clumps that come up off the bottom. They grow off of each other. And I'm in like 2 foot of water, and those clumps are coming up a foot. And I had thrown away like 4 corky fat boys that day.
Oh, man.
And I was like, that's it.
Were they the expensive paint?
No, they weren't the customs. I don't think the customs were around back then. But I was like, that's it. I'm doing the grass walker. I need this tool. And to this day, I have guys that use it for that in Matagorda. They'll fish those areas with these really dense oysters, and they'll throw the grass walker up above the oysters in 6 inches of water and pull it off that edge. We start getting that broken mud edge of those oysters. Big trout love that.
Right. The day of the trip.
Yeah.
Right. Do you start off the day with the trout support?
No, not always.
What's your go-to bait? I'm gonna throw this. I don't give a shit what the water looks like. I don't care what the bottom looks like. Like we always hear like a fish finder bait.
Yeah.
Like throw a gold spoon or till you find the bait and then go to this. I'm like, man, if I found the fish, I just got a fish with this. Why would I want to throw something else?
For me, it's all dependent on conditions that you have for that day, and some days and time of year are better for starting with one thing or another.
Right.
Also, if you're between tides or between saliner periods, anything that's going to cause the fish to be less aggressive, then it might be a grass walker or a soft plastic. If it's going to cause them to be more aggressive, dawn, daylight, low light conditions, foggy, cloudy, in the springtime, dude, topwater, man.
Oh.
I love fishing topwater. I had tremendous days this spring. I had a day where I caught 4 fish over 5 pounds in one weight. 2 of them were 6.5.
Oh, wow.
All on 3 of those. Let's see, 2 were on topwater. 1 was on a very shallow running jerkbait, and the third one, the last one rather, was on a grass walker.
What color of topwater? All chrome?
No, this one particularly was. They call it hot herring. It's got some pink. It's got a green back and kind of a pearl pink side.
Oh, yeah.
White belly.
So when you mentioned on your YouTube channel to use, or not to use, but the one you were using was baby speckled trout.
Yeah.
I came and bought all of them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, that was a mistake. The baby speckled trout's a good one. Yeah. 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
Because big trout eat other trout.
Yeah. All size trout eat other trout.
It don't matter.
Yeah, they have trouble in the tanks at Texas Parks and Wildlife where they have
really?
Tanks of trout, and just about as soon as the baby fry get big enough to start eating stuff, they start eating each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just little cannibals.
The babies eat each other.
Yeah, man, cannibals. So they have to start splitting out the fry into different tanks.
Oh, wow.
Based on size and stuff like that.
I didn't even think about that. Like my mentality right now is out there,
right,
in the wild, but this is like at the zoo.
It's at the zoo,
right? We got a winner.
The breeding pens.
Who is the winner? My man, Ernest Abrego Jr. says 9. Is that the correct answer? 9. We had a couple of people that are just tuning in. Chris Castro's in the house.
Awesome.
Right?
My buddy Chris.
Austin Matthews is here. Chris Castro says, just like America right now.
Just like America.
We just all eating each other.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Let's talk
A lot
about
of truth.
we've gotten to the part of this show that I like to call current events.
Current events.
Right. Pretty clever.
Yeah.
Right. We all saw what happened to Mr. Trump, President Trump, yesterday. Guys, it don't matter what side of the computer screen y'all are pressing when y'all go to vote. When it goes that deep to take somebody's life or to attempt, I don't know. There's a lot of people that are saying that it was fake or whatever.
We don't know.
If that thing goes the other direction, man, a little bit this way or a little bit that way, that's a life.
Use inches.
Yeah, dude.
Inches.
That's a big deal, man. I don't care who you vote for.
No, it should stay civil, you know.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even vote. I've never even voted in my life.
You should vote.
Am I a Trump supporter?
You should vote.
I am.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a Trump supporter. I should vote. In the mind of Ram Garcia, which right now is 3 car box deep, I feel like our vote doesn't count. We're probably going to get kicked off here in any second now, but it's okay.
Okay.
Right. I feel like our vote doesn't count.
There is a problem with that, with how the electoral system works.
When they took away our speckled trout, I feel like the people that didn't want it didn't count. Was there anybody that went to Austin against it? No. Right?
Yeah, but why didn't the people that were, you know?
Right. Why wasn't Ram Garcia there with everybody that was voting yes? I get that. But go out and vote. I guarantee you, most of everybody that had the posts that were making fun of it, they're making fun of the attempted assassination.
That's sad.
They don't vote. Most of them are in the petrochemical industry. That dude is going to keep the petrochemical industries alive. I guarantee it, guys. Should I vote? I should. I don't know. That's a big deal, man. To take somebody's life. How in the hell did he even get on the rooftop? That would have, when he visited.
I think somebody dropped the ball.
Yeah, they definitely dropped the ball. Yeah. When he visited Annaville, he visited the fire department in Annaville, Texas.
Okay.
Full house. Secret Service everywhere. Right up against Hilltop Community Center. Brush everywhere. Brushy area. Perfect place to hide. Was it secure? I don't know. Did anything like this happen? No. But for someone to go on a rooftop in the middle of everybody.
Wide open spaces.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We're going to be giving away a fishing trip, though. Myself, my man Tobin, and you.
Probably.
One winner.
We'll take the Ibis that day.
We're going to take the Ibis. This is going to be a boat trip. If you get seasick, don't. Right? This is not going to be a babysitting trip either. If this is your first time wade fishing, there is going to be a learning curve, right? We're here to learn. We're here to support each other. But this is going to be a bring your own tackle. Bring your favorite 2 fishing rods, right? We might be able to supply some trout support if needed, right?
Yeah, I got plenty of lures. I mean, if somebody is just getting into this, dude.
Yeah, we got plenty of boxes of trout support.
Completely take care of you.
I've helped Tobin move into a house, and I know exactly how many boxes of trout support he's got.
Plenty.
Right? We will help you all with that if you need a specific lure, right? If somebody's, I want this trip to be a learning trip, right? So you can incorporate this stuff into your daily fishing trips.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
It's going to happen later. Moving on. Tournament fishing. You're not a big tournament angler, right?
No, not really.
How come? You win.
These guys that are winning these tournaments, they have a lot more time than us regular guys to pre-fish, and that's probably been my biggest deal. Because behind the scenes at Trout Support, it's not just like sit around and wait until I get a chance to go fishing. I mean, I've got customers, a lot of customer support to deal with, helping people with the reef con files, shipping grass walkers, helping people in the club, Club Texas. I've got a private membership club as well that I help people date with that. And
most of this info you could find on Club Texas as well, right?
we go into way deeper on Club Texas.
How much is it?
$120 for a year. Yeah, like 10
piece of cake.
Piece of
right.
cake. Compared to what we're spending on fishing. You get
the like where to fish, what to fish with kind of deal.
Yeah.
You get to communicate with guides, with yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Ask all the questions you want every week, every day.
Right. Nobody's hating on each other on this thing.
No, and we don't just recommend one class of lure. I mean, we talk about everything that we use.
Yeah. The trout tournaments.
Yes.
Most of them have gone to video.
Yeah, video weigh-ins.
Video with digital scale. Let me video myself.
Yeah.
With personally, I'm a fan of the bring in the fish tournaments. Hopefully they stay alive. Deduction if they're dead, right? What do you think the future, if they bring back R5, do we transition back to full-blown live, bring your fish in tournaments?
Probably not.
Or is the mentality of the angler now to release everything?
I don't think it's release everything. It's manage the fish, and those bigger fish, you just have a lot more eggs. And also the thing is you can catch more and be able to digitally weigh them and release them than bringing those fish back. So even like right now, I mean, your let's call them a kill tournament, your kill tournaments, you're weighing what, the heaviest 19 and 7/8 inch trout.
Yeah, they bring in all small fish.
But if it's a tournament between the best trout fishermen, we can still have the tournaments of, hey, who's catching the big ones, and or each of their team catching the big ones.
Yeah.
And digitally weigh them, so we can catch
so
those
bigger fish equals more eggs.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And healthier eggs.
So releasing over 20.
Yep.
Is that what we want to do?
Yeah.
Or release over 13?
Release over 20.
Because 13, they start spawning.
Yeah, the thing is when they start spawning at that age, their eggs don't have a lot of fat content in them.
Okay.
They can still get fertilized by the milk in the water, create a baby trout, but their survival rate is much lower than the 20+ inch trout. The 20+ inch trout, actually 18 and up, they have a lot more fat content. And this is all scientifically studied in peer-reviewed papers. This is not stuff I'm making up.
Oh, it don't matter, dude.
Oh, I know, but
if you're saying it, I believe it.
Well, if I'm going to repeat something, it's going to be something that I know of a peer review.
Yeah, when we cruise into the Tobin media pages, this isn't something to where this is what I put in my fajita taco today, right? This is for real. This is backed by science.
Right.
And this is the Tobin hour.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
You love these speckled trout.
I love catching them.
But you don't love redfish.
I probably should change the name from Trout Support to, because I don't really support the trout. I catch the hell out of trout.
We're not here to help these things.
I'm not helping them. I'm supporting trout anglers. I love catching redfish in the summertime. When I'm fishing for a big trout and I catch a rubber lips, it's kind of a letdown. You're thinking, big trout.
But we never see your media pages with redfish.
Yeah. You will this summer.
That might be a good thing, right?
I don't know. I mean, I love catching redfish, but in the summertime,
right?
Like I'm about to put my tower up on my boat, on my ibis, so we can sike cast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I love catching redfish this time of year.
Right.
All through probably September.
What is it going to take for Tobin to join a fishing tournament?
I need to find the right team.
Oh yeah,
I'll probably need the right boat because unfortunately that ibis, even though it runs in like 3 inches, it would take me like 3 hours to get to some of these
oh
places
yeah,
SCBs are running.
dude,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah,
How fast these boats
really crazy.
are coming.
Yeah,
through
the Turners and the SCBs, man, they're just smoking fast, dude. 112 miles an hour for some of those SCBs.
Right? Are they winning? Are the guys that are
Not
going on to all these fast boats winning?
not necessarily, but most of the guys winning do have
Yeah.
SCBs, but it's not a guarantee.
Some of the guys that have the fast boats aren't even tournament anglers.
Sure.
I mean, you could go to the Mamba
Yeah.
factory and
Mamba's a good boat.
take a Mamba to the house and not even a tournament angler, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You just got to look good. It's like
Yeah.
what pair of golf shoes, you got to hang.
You might get 100 likes on
Yeah.
Facebook if you show that boat off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You look like a pro.
Do you think the media has deteriorated the trout fishery? I mean, everybody wants to catch trout.
Social media deteriorating the trout fishery. Man, I don't know. There is some aspect to that because, there's a lot of people who let loose spots, but at the same time, those fish swim. Mike McBride said fish have tails and they will use them, and he was spot
Right.
on about that. These are big ecosystem decisions. We're at the same time, we're a lot of a population with a lot more technology, a lot more
Oh, yeah.
ability. We've got better rods, better reels, knowledge. We're passing on the knowledge, better teachers, all that stuff in today's time.
Yeah.
I think overall it can hurt it, but at the same time, dolphins eat a lot of trout.
Yeah.
You know,
Kill
dolphins
them
eat
at
a lot of
sight.
trout. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And you can't even touch them things,
No,
the
you can't.
dolphins. Can you touch them if they're dead?
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Yeah.
I seen one dead the other
Probably
day
wouldn't be smart, but
fishing. I was duck hunting and I found one dead. I'm not sure what happened. Probably a boat hit it or something.
Mhm.
But I didn't know if I was take it out of the water or pull it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get in a lot of trouble for messing with something that
Yeah,
you're not supposed to mess
sure.
with, right? When you were in college and taking these classes, what was it again?
Ecology in Texas A&M University.
How big was the
Later,
class? How many students?
I think about 85. Not a
Because
real,
there's
not a
teams
real
now,
big. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Islander
Texas
Anglers
A&M.
is one of them, where you could go to college, join a fishing team, and them guys catch some damn
Yeah.
good trout. Those guys at
Oh,
the
yeah.
Islander Anglers.
Yeah. Tamu Corpus Christi actually asked for a copy of my 4 DVDs a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
somebody had made a comment earlier about the
teach our
CD, the
students.
CDs that you had.
Mhm.
Are those still
Yeah, they're still available.
okay?
We do mostly streaming now.
Yeah,
Obviously, I mean, who has a DVD player anymore,
right.
right? I mean,
Yeah, unless you're still getting Redbox at HEB, right? But everybody can be a guide now too.
sure.
You can become a guide online. You don't even got to go anywhere anymore. Should the guides, right off the bat, if you're a guide, I'm the guy that gives you the guide.
Yeah.
Credentials, right? And I see you post your credentials, your little red book.
Uh-huh.
Can't keep no fish. I don't care if it's a trout or a redfish. You can't keep it.
So you're saying the guides saying so and so can't keep fish?
No, I'm telling you, if you're a guide
Yeah.
and you're taking trips and you're taking them fishing and you're going to keep some fish,
Mm-hmm.
no more.
So you're saying the government telling the guides that they can't keep fish?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that a good idea? Should we do that to keep the average Joe angler? Because at a point, most of these anglers are going to be like, dude, this is too expensive for me,
Yeah.
man. I can't even afford to fish anymore legally.
Yeah.
If you're going to hunt and fish, $70 bill.
Oh, that's cheap, dude.
Or is it more?
Way more. Oh, you mean just for the license?
Yeah, just for the license. Yeah, you haven't even started doing anything yet.
Yeah.
That's a $70 bill just to be legally
Yeah.
on the legal side of things. Right? These guides All the guys are all pissed off right now.
I am not anti-God.
All the guys are like, man, oh my God, here he goes again.
This is
Oh my
Rambo
God,
Six.
he's on his third car buck, and he means business now. Should they be allowed to keep fish? I'm talking about the guides.
Well, actually, they can't.
Capital G.
Yeah.
The guys that do it every day.
By the current rules,
Oh yeah, for
they
sure.
cannot keep their fish.
Oh
They can-
really?
yeah, they can only keep the party's fish. The
Yeah.
party can keep the fish.
Yeah.
Now, you do have situations where maybe the party is not making the most accurate cast, and it's on a sight casting trip, and the guide throws a few in the box. But the total allotment is only for what that party is.
Yeah. So them guys catching the fish and saying, "Hey, guess what? You can keep mine." Nope.
Technicality. I mean, I think there's room for a lot of different wiggle and all this stuff.
Right.
We hardline it. We can fight about anything.
Yeah, you can find
know,
something.
We can find
within
something to
there.
be pissed about.
Yeah, that's true, man.
I'm not anti-guide. I think it's one of the steps we should use while we're learning. Going back to how did we learn? How did we go from bank fisherman to bass fisherman?
Right.
Or Chris Castro,
There you go.
A lot of time on the water, probably fishing with a lot of friends, probably maybe took a guided trip or two.
Yeah, he's probably using everybody else's information.
Chris has developed some methods.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's a soapbox for me, but
I'm just kidding, guys. All right.
I think it's great to use a guide. Learn what you can, find what knowledge you can everywhere you can, and then try and apply it on the water. And a great thing about a guide is they're going to put you on fish, and you should be able to see the knowledge that you learned being in action.
Yeah. Guys, we're going to give away a trip. This is a learning trip, right? Bring your favorite 2 rods. Bring your favorite lures. We've been going on for an hour and 36 minutes.
Cool.
This trip is going to be scheduled around November, October timeframe. You can't say, guess what? Save it for me for next year. This is the Tobin Strickland hour, right? That's your flex. November, October.
Yeah.
Right? This is not going to be a keep everything we catch trip. This is not going to be, I'm going to throw my full stringer on top of the boat in slow motion. Right? This is going to be a trip of a lifetime.
Yeah, it's learning.
This is a friendship.
Absolutely, 100%, dude. 100%. We've been friends a long time. Well, long time before any of this stuff.
Dude, before the microphones, before the smoke machines and everything, we were friends.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Whoever is posting the fishy emoji is going to win a trout support cap. Do not just throw the fishy emoji out there, guys. The fishy emoji means that you are a fan of trout support, right? And you've been using trout support, and you've used trout support, and you're a diehard trout support.
Yeah, either our knowledge products or the bait, because I want somebody that's going to rep this hat. If you don't know about what we offer and the passion that we have, then you may just leave it up on the corner, up on the cabinet,
dusty and everything.
I want some guy to get this thing sweaty and grimy and get some redfish slime on it.
Yeah, we want you to wear this cap to Eckerd, Super S, to church. The priest is going to tell you, man, please, and you're going to be like, nah, homie. I'm diehard. I do not take this off.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
There you go. One more. What happens in the next 20 years?
More work on reef recon and a lot of the same. We find as we help anglers grow, then there's a new group of anglers out there that are just coming up, and there's more people to help learn how to fish, man.
Right.
And our deal isn't, this is not a program where I need to have you in it for your lifetime. Most people learn this stuff in 3 years, and then you don't need no program.
Right.
You take it with you. You learn it, you apply it, you teach your kids, and
it's
generations
expensive.
of your family. Absolutely. Well, fishing is expensive.
Yeah, fishing is expensive, but joining
trout support, cheap.
$120.
$120. I know on a daily basis, like, man, we just spent 200 on groceries yesterday or what.
Yeah.
I know, but in terms of what we're spending on fishing, $120.
But this is something
this
you
is a
don't need for a
year-long.
lifetime either.
That's right. I mean,
Right.
do 3 years in the club, dude, you'll have it forever.
Right.
Guys are becoming guides out of this program.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
We're the only fishing education program that has trainees, coachees that are actually fishing in the Legends saltwater tournament
Okay.
and doing very well. The first day of the Port Mansfield leg in the Legends, the guys that were in my program were third place, trout stringer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now the second day of front hit, and apparently I need to work with them a little bit more on it.
Right.
But also 3/4 of the field goose egged till like 3 or 4 p.m. on the second day.
How to catch speckled trout with hurricane barrel in the Gulf. Be nice, guys. Guys,
tied
out
up,
there.
Tied up, trout up, man.
Right?
Good
Everybody
luck
in the
selling.
Houston area, be nice to them linemen. Dude, I saw a video this morning that some dude was on the expressway or freeway hitting one of the linemen's
Trucks.
rear view mirror off with a piece of wire or something.
Conductor.
Yeah.
Call it conductor at that stage.
Yeah, that thing. That's crazy, bro.
That ain't right.
Right?
Buy that guy a Carbach instead. Say, hey,
I mean, the dude was on his cell phone. The driver was on his cell phone.
Yeah.
But he was probably just trying to record what was going to go down just in case I mean, I need some proof.
Yeah.
Buy a generator, guys. For the people that are just going through this, and this is y'all's first hurricane, buy a generator, right? You know when these things are in the Gulf. This barrel dude didn't just show up in the Gulf from one day to the next.
No, it's out there a week and a half.
Stock up on water, right?
Yeah.
You're going to see the post come through when everybody's buying all of the toilet paper and stuff.
Right.
Go buy the water. Make sure your generator works, right? Don't wait till it hits.
Have your window boards ready to go.
There you go. Board up. I keep my windows boarded up year round. I keep them things boarded up year round, and the Christmas tree lights are up year round.
That's a good way to disguise that.
Right. I'm just kidding. All right. First person, guys. We've been going an hour and 42 minutes, and we're ready to party. Here come November, October.
Yeah.
Right. 2 rods. Your favorite 2 rods. I might be able to help with that. Right.
I got rods.
But we don't want this to be a babysitting event. Semi.
That wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'll let you fish. You can just go weigh it on your own, and I'll help.
Yeah, I want to be in close proximity. Okay. I want to be like, hey, guess what? Not me, but you most importantly.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, you might want to work this thing like this. Work it like this. Well, guess what? I've been working it like this my whole life. Well, let's do it like this now, right? Be coachable, right?
Right.
Tobin's gonna have the lead on this one, right? We want to learn. We want to grasp this stuff and take it to our own fisheries, right? And see what the possibilities come out to, right? Where can we find your media? What's your media?
Troutsupport.com. And social media, obviously Facebook, I think it's just Tobin Strickland.
Okay.
Yeah. I do have a business page, which is Trout Support. And then on Instagram, I believe it's Trout Support Tobin or Tobin_Trout Support. I believe it's Tobin_Trout Support.
And we want to join the Recon. We want to join the Texas.
No. So they're just all separate. We don't do some kind of deal where it's like, yeah, if you buy this, you get this. I mean, we're just like, hey, this is straight up, communication with people.
Right.
We don't do gimmicks or anything like that. So Reef Recon is on the Trout Support website under Oyster Reef Overlay.
If I'm not a boat guy, right, I spent all my money at the trade center that day, and I want to buy Reef Recon. How does a wade fish angler benefit from Reef Recon?
We do have models for handheld GPS units.
Okay.
So, he doesn't have to have a boat anymore.
Can I plug it into my PC at the house and just check it out and be like,
no, it's not really made for the PC, but you could I think you can put it on top of an avionics app on your phone.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So guys can.
I feel like you could benefit like the walk-in angler.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah. And then in Club Texas, I mean, we teach walk-in anglers how to find all those reefs that they can find off aerials. I mean, most of that we've seen, a lot of people talk about that anyways. But there are some questionable areas where like, is that reef or is it grass?
Oh yeah.
Or is that a reef inside the grass?
Yeah. When you're in the water and you're walking, let's rewind a little bit. When you're in the boat,
Yeah,
and you have no idea, right? We're going to cover all this stuff on our trip that we're going to give away here in a few. Everybody's just on their edge of their seats, man, just waiting to win this thing. How do I find out? What's the best way to find out what bottom I'm fishing in? Foot? Sticking your rod in the water?
Combination of watercolor. On your sandier bottoms, it's going to be clear because you don't have that particulate that can get up in the water. Muddier bottoms, those wave action lifts all that stuff off of reefs and off of mud bottoms. It's muddy. So watercolor and clarity. I'm still a rod tip guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, on that reef? But also, I mean, you can learn how to read your side scan if you have one to see whether you're on rock or oyster reef. It's a challenge. It's a learning curve to learn how to read, side scan images, but it's doable.
Right.
But overall, I'm not really using that stuff to catch fish because I already have those edges mapped.
Reef recon.
Just let people fish.
Yeah.
You don't have to go drive around. I mean, scanning reefs is a boring job, man. Just out there going in circles and things like that and making marks. And
yeah, this is just an extra tool.
It's just an extra tool.
Yeah, to help you catch fish.
That's right.
Piece of cake.
Yep, piece of cake.
First person to tell me. Oh, man, I'm excited, man. First person to tell me. First, I want to give a shout out to the show sponsors. Roy's Bait and Tackle. Sarge Custom Rods, Aftco, Marshwear Clothing, Down South Lures, Cito Corpus Christi, Carbach Brewery, and my kayak of choice, New Canoe Kayaks, right? Find them here at Roy's Bait and Tackle. You could find Trout Support Lures here at Roy's Bait and Tackle. You could find the hooks here at Roy's Bait and Tackle. Let's show them one of these things, right?
Show them that and I'll pull it.
Yeah. This is the Trout Support hooked up with a EWG, a 4-aught hook. You could probably go up to 5. What's the biggest you think?
I use the 5. I just have a few people that use it that use the 4. So
I just don't like for that hook to be way back here.
Correct.
Right.
No.
And then I feel like you get it like in the tear zone. This is enough meat right here to keep the hook secure.
Yeah, the 4 or the 5. And the funny thing is about the owner beast, or the trocar beast or whatever it is.
Yeah, trocar.
It's a weird size. It's like a 3 is the size of a regular 5.
Yeah. So, but then you got to bend it.
Yeah. So there's BKKs you don't have to bend.
Right. For the people saying, what the heck does he mean bending it? If you go to Trout Support's YouTube channel.
Got an old video about bending this hook point because you really just want that hook point to rest on the top of the back. You don't want it to stick up in the air. You also don't want it sticking way down in the plastic. You want it just lined up with the back. So on some of the non-BKK hooks, you kind of have to tweak that a little bit,
right,
with some pliers.
This is what works best.
This was what works best.
This is what Trout Support recommends with their baits. If you got a better, not better, but if
I think Matthew Valadez uses Rex Hoyt's weedless rattle.
Oh yeah,
hook, and he does okay with
What do you think about those the rattling jig heads?
Yeah, I think it comes down to just confidence. Like, if you think that helps,
because your lure doesn't have a rattle.
No, but actually, I built it to where there's enough plastic in the back end past the hook slot that I can put a rattle back in there if I want to. One of the ways that I'll just kind of what would you call this? Just kind of tweaking it for summer. I'll put either a tungsten weight in the back of it, or I'll put a rattle in the back of it, and it will help it sink down a little bit. I can fish this in 3, 4, 5 feet if I let it sink longer. But really, this bait is designed to be fished in 6 inches to about 2 feet.
Oh, wow.
You know, but with a little bit of weight in the back of it, I can fish 3 or 4 feet.
Yeah.
Let it run down and sink down in those potholes or
and it won't get caught up. Weedless.
Yeah.
Full-blown weedless.
Full blown. At the jetties, highly underutilized at fishing the jetties. You can floss rocks with these things. Same thing with the rocks in Baffin. You can just floss the rocks. And one of the former guides that used to use it, he would have clients in his boats that would get scared to let a corky or something sink down to the rocks. He'd put one of these on there and let them use that. You can floss the rocks, and as soon as it comes to the backside of the rock, fish will come up and smoke it.
Right. Castro, I want to go over 2 comments before we give this trip away. And I got to get out of here, man. You know, we've already been going an hour and 50 minutes. It's time to hit the railroad up. Railroad Seafood Station. They better have that margarita machine ready to go. Right? It better not be down like the ice cream machine at McDonald's. I remember the grass walker was the only lure Ram and I could use to yank out bull reds hunkering down in the grass.
Good.
There's what's up, guys? Y'all doing good? All right. There's a video, Next Level Fishing TV, where we doubled up on bull reds. And I want to say we were both using the trout support.
Awesome.
Right? That must have been over
a couple years, 4 or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5. You remember that? Right?
Yeah.
Y'all go check that out as well. Recommend a medium power rod. That's another good conversation piece right there.
Yeah.
Medium power rod to pair with the grass walker.
Actually, the best rod action to use with the grass walker is a medium light, extra fast.
Hold on. Let me delete this comment real quick. I'm just kidding.
And actually, I believe it's Waterloo or Laguna. One of them has a medium light extra.
Sarge?
Fast. I don't know. I don't know all about the Sarge rods.
I'm pretty sure there's one.
I'll check my wallet for sure. But here's the thing with weedless, and this applies to all weedless rigging in saltwater. Our saltwater fish have a rougher crusher patch compared to the bass. Okay. Bass have those little tiny fine teeth. Well, redfish, if you look at that crusher patch, it's really dense, rough teeth. And a big trout or a big redfish can put a lot of holding pressure on any weedless bait. And unless you have enough backbone, you're not going to move that bait in the mouth to get the hook to the cheek, the lips, etc. And with like a medium moderate or a medium moderate fast, you might set the hook, think you have the fish, and the fish comes up and shakes his head by you, and just hook comes out.
Right.
So best hook, if you're going to really get into weedless fishing in saltwater, get a medium light, extra fast.
And you also recommend to tighten down the drag.
Tighten the drag for the hook set. Same thing with any weedless bait, not just mine.
Okay.
There's other YouTube guys that have made videos on this, and they just have a hookup problem with fishing weedless.
We don't watch them guys.
And that's because it's not something we normally do. We also have this conversation about trout being weak-skinned, and you can't set the hook hard.
Paper thin mouth.
On these EWG hooks, no matter what brand, they're getting into the cheek, into the side, the bone, cartilage, and all that stuff. Set the hook hard on tight drag, and then if you need to, back off the drag.
Right.
Same thing with topwaters. Even Lowell Odom and Jay Watkins are big proponents of set the hook hard.
Right.
You want to get those hooks into stuff that it can't rip out of.
Right.
I'd rather set the hook hard on a trout and blow past that thin skin and get it into the cartilage where I have a chance of catching that fish. Because otherwise they're going to shake, rip, roll, everything they can do to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
I lost about a 29.5 this year down in Port Mansfield on a topwater. He literally just...
Where at?
Not Port Mansfield, Port Isabel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, little hidden spot, right in town. I like catching big trout right under everybody's noses.
Oh, really?
Yep, 100%.
Oh, man, dude. Wait, well, maybe we might catch a big trout on this trip.
Maybe.
First person to tell me, speckled trout. I'm a big fan of speckled trout, right? I love speckled trout with a lot of tartar sauce, potato wedges, a side of
Coleslaw.
Yeah, coleslaw. Spicy, though.
Oh, yeah.
You ever tried that one?
Yeah.
Spicy coleslaw. Some carbach. Cold. My favorite is the prickly pear.
Okay.
Which was this one. Hard seltzer. Carbach, ranch water, hard seltzer, prickly pear flavor. Good stuff. First person to tell me. We've been going an hour and 55 minutes. Whoever is still on, I've been telling you all show long, we're going to give away a hell of a show. First person to tell me the Latin name of speckled trout is going to win a trip of their lifetime with myself and Mr. Tobin Strickland with Trout Support Lures. Who's it going to be? First person to tell me. Oh, man, everybody's like, holy shit. Let me go look this up real quick, right? Let me go look this up. Big deal, right? The fishery. Punctacta tructa is not the correct answer. What was it again? Don't tell us.
No.
It's 2 words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2 words.
It's 2 words. Did somebody yell out the name? You don't got to be online to win either. We got a few people here in the house that could win as well. Latin name for speckled trout will win. Is this in it right here? Whoa, wait.
Make me get my glasses on.
Nebulosis?
Yeah.
Nocion nebulosis?
Cynosian nebulosus.
This one right here?
That's correct.
We got a winner. Mr. Cliff Nagel
All right.
is the winner. Cynocion. How do you say that?
Cynocian.
Cynocion?
Yep. Cynocian nebulosus.
We're going with the full name. Chris Castro put the first name.
Ah, so close.
And almost, man. Next year.
It's all right. I'll go fishing with Chris.
Cynocion nebulosis, right, is the winner. Cliff Nagel got you down. Slide into my DMs. You got 24 hours. We're going to get a trip of a lifetime with myself and Mr. Tobin Strickland. What else we got, man?
I don't know.
Where do we find you? Troutsupport.com.
Troutsupport.com.
Right?
Yeah.
Any of the outlets of Trout Support, the Texas, the Reef Recon, you can find it there at troutsupport.com. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on TikToker.
Not on TikTok. No,
Snapchatter?
Follow me on follow me on Instagram.
Instagram.
Tobin_Trout Support.
Yeah, there you go. If you want to buy some Trout Support lures, Roy's Bait and Tackle, we got them all in stock. I spelled nebulosis wrong.
I don't have my glasses on, so.
What do we want to do? Close enough? I mean, you got.
I'm a close enough kind of.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, Cliff Nagel. I mean, I don't know if you spelled it wrong, but I pronounced it right with how you spelled it. So you're the winner. Give me a shout on my DMs. Guys, it's been a hell of a show. The next flyer for the next show will be out here in a couple weeks. Another hell of a show. It's going to be tough to beat this one. It's Sunday. Be nice out there. Be nice to everybody on the water. Be careful, right, on the water. Prayers going out to the family that we had the boat accident for. I'm not sure what's going on with that right now, if they were able to find the missing angler. If they haven't, prayers going out to them for recovery on that. Prayers for Mr. Trump's family, right?
Sure.
So, big deal as well.
Yeah, I never want anybody to get hurt.
Yeah, man.
Anything.
Everybody in Houston, guys, the power's going to come on, right? When the power comes on, right? When the first paycheck comes in, go to Home Depot and get y'all a generator. That'd be the first thing y'all buy, right?
And then finding a local electrician, and they'll be able to set you up to where you could plug that generator into your house.
Yeah, make sure it's one of those, right? To power your house. You know, don't get you one of those 500. what do you call it?
500cc.
Yeah, kilowatt or whatever to power your fan at your house. I mean, you want this thing to power up your whole house, and it's tough either way, man. It's a big deal for a hurricane to come in. Y'all are hearing it from me because the hurricane didn't hit here, right? I have a generator. My house is supplied well with water, right? I'm pretty sure I'd go buy some meat. You know, my pellet grill can plug into my generator. If I need to bust out my antique barbecue pit with fire, the firewood barbecue pits, one of those old ones, I got one of those too, a little baby one. If I need to do. Most importantly is to stay alive, right? Got to be able to stay alive. It's been a hell of a show. Thank you so much
Hey, anytime,
for
man.
tuning in. What else do we got? That's it.
I think that's it.
The winners of today, cruise into my DMs, and we'll get the addresses out. We'll get your packages out. Cliff Nagel, slide into my DM so we could schedule a date. Remember, the cap will be given away this evening on the person that loves trout support. If I go to your tackle box, there's a trout support pack in there, right? This isn't just for any random person that wants to win the cap, right? We're going to track you down. We're going to see if y'all wear this cap. I'm just kidding. It's been a hell of a show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Remember, just be nice. Be nice to everybody. And follow Spool Life Live. And follow troutsupport.com.
Yes, sir.
Tobin Trout Support on Instagram.
That's it.
Trout Support
On YouTube.
on YouTube, too.
I don't have a whole lot of YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that some other time.
Facebook. Trout
Just look up the website or send me an email, tobin@troutsupport.com.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to find Trout Support?
If you just
Always stay
want
in
to
touch.
talk fishing and ask me questions, shoot me an email.
Hell of a show, guys. We'll see y'all next time.
Later.